What is going on, Risen Ones? Happy Friday. Let me just get a drink of water, just finish my workout for the day. Um, Coming to you live today has been an absolutely awesome day. And if you saw in the title, Jesus didn't meditate. So let me tell you guys about my day. I have spent 2.5 hours today in meditation, which is absolutely nuts. Okay. And I'm taking a deeper dive into my meditation. And meditation is something that I have been um, doing for the past 4 months. So let me tell you a little story. Uh, I've been open with you guys. I've been in coaching groups. I've been coached. I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars to be coached. But several years ago, the idea of meditation was introduced to me. And my ego got in the way. I was one of those guys that said, I don't need meditation. I don't think it works. It's something I don't want to practice. And for over 3 years, I held that belief. And it wasn't until June this year that my new coach, Garrett, challenged me to go and meditate. And it was in that meditation that I had the profound moment of hearing the voice. And for me, that's God, right? That's God talking to me. And it was in that moment that I knew meditation had to become something of my daily practice. Now, I want to rewind this real quick because I want you to think about the beliefs and the systems that you have for your life. So for me, I grew up Catholic. I went through the whole Catholic thing. I don't remember what the terms were. And then later in life, I became Christian. And now I don't label myself. I don't label myself as Christian or Catholic or whatever. I believe that there is a God, a creator, and I believe that Jesus Christ died for our sins. But the belief systems that I grew up with in the Catholic Church, in the Christian faith, are what I think push me to have the belief that meditation is bogus, right? And you hear strong, hardcore Christians, believers, say that meditation is the devil's work, or they think it is belongs to Hinduism or whatever. Well, in the small amount of research that I did, meditation is mentioned in the Bible over 20 times. And I think it said it's mentioned in one of the books like over 19 times. So, and it's just interesting to read some of this ideology of what it says in the Bible and what common beliefs from the Christian faith are, or the Catholic faith or whatever, right? And I was having this conversation with my wife today about, like, if you read the Bible, and I am no scholar, I'm somebody who I don't like to quote scripture. I probably couldn't even quote anything to you, but when I read and I do research and I have these things and I want to challenge and collide with my beliefs, this is what I do. I go searching, right? Why do I believe X? Where did that belief come from in my life? And so the title here is Jesus Didn't Meditate, and I put that in there as a twist, right? Like, because I believe he did. Because countless times in the Bible, when something big or conflicting happens, what does Jesus do? It talks about him going into deep prayer. It talks about him going into solitude for multiple hours, right? And that is the Cliff Note version, right? And so I just want to challenge you guys on your beliefs. And like I said yesterday, I'm not calling you out, I'm calling you up. Because iron sharpens iron. And it's been so impactful for me to meditate every day. And so that is why, like today, I spent 8 hours total in training. I have the training tomorrow, and I spent over 2.5 hours or 2.5 hours meditating today. And it's profound. Like, it is so profound in my life. And a lot of times we live in scarcity, right? So we think, or at least I thought, and I think most of you probably have a similar thought process, is that if we think we just take 20 minutes to sit down, close our door, sit in our office chair, lie back, and try and meditate, that we're going to miss something. Case in point, this device that I'm talking to you on right now, it enriches our life and it also destroys our life. And so we think we're going to miss something, or we think that we're not going to be able to be as productive. And I would have you consider, as someone who publicly denied the idea and the notion of meditating, that it was going to help me, I've now tossed my ego out with the garbage, and I'm telling you, the past 4 months of my life have been deeply impacted by my daily practice of meditation. And I want to encourage you that if I can do it, you can too. And why I say that is because I'm the type of person, when I lay down at night to go to sleep, my mind comes up with 100, 500 things that I have to do, or things that I didn't get done. It's really hard for my mind to shut off. And I'm no guru. I don't want to be a guru. I'm just scratching the surface of this idea of meditation. And today I had this, like, seriously, Paul, like, what is wrong with you? How come you never thought of this before? So in this practice, in this training, in this deeper dive of meditating and trying different types of meditation, the idea of stress came up, and I'm like, oh my God, like, do you know how much better you would be able to handle a stressful situation if you just took 20 minutes and tried to meditate? I'm like, that is so simple, yet I was so oblivious to trying that out. But now I'm not. And then the other thing that I learned today that I want to share with you guys, which is the idea of meridians. So again, something else I'm not well versed on, but my wife is, who's a doctor and who is our head clinician in our health and wellness center. She's often working on my meridians. And basically this is what I understand. So, Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, they understand chakras and meridians. So sometimes your meridians get clogged up by different things. It could be food related, it could be stress related, it could be all kinds of stuff. Well, meditating in different geographical directions, like north, south, east, west, are tied to different meridians in your body. And it's like this whole cosmic thing that's all tied together with how you meditate. And so that's what we did today, guys. Like, we meditated towards the north, we meditated towards the south, we meditated towards the east and the west. And we tried different breathing, breath work within those. And again, my ego got kicked in the dick. Like, I was like, really? Like, turning your chair this way is going to change your meditation? And sure as shit, it did. Like, for me and everybody else in the class. I was in class with like 30 plus people, and it kept coming up. Yep, I saw this. And what's really interesting is a lot of us felt or had a similar experience based on the direction that we were meditating. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that is insane. And I've always said this, I've always believed this of like the Chinese medicine and the chakras and the meridians and all that. It's crazy how long those type of modalities have been in practice along with meditation, and how they've figured some of this stuff out. Because I'll give you an example. So like, I'll tell my wife, actually it's happened the past 2 days. My elbow has been in serious pain. Like, I was telling my wife, I was like, I think I like just fell on it or something, right? But I know I didn't. And so I wasn't able to lift. And my wife, she would touch a spot on my elbow based on her training as a doctor and her knowledge in meridians. And it sent me through the roof. And she's like, oh, well, that's tied to your gut. And then she'll go and do some gut work. And yeah, like, it's that crazy. And I know if you're like me, it sounds like voodoo. But until you've actually done this work and seen it and felt it and actually like lived it, I promise you, nobody's more skeptical than I am. Like, as a former fire investigator, I was the most skeptical person, and I always am in the room. So take that for what it's worth. But I want to go back and I want to end with some empowerment for you. Like, my goal, as always, doing these videos and with my coaching collective, is I want you to succeed. And that looks different for everybody. And I want you to win, and I want you to live the best life possible. And I'm willing to fall on my own sword and tell you that who knows what kind of man I would be today had I just listened to one of my coaches 3 years ago and started meditating. Because everything that you do, everything that you're pursuing, whether it's in getting healthy or working out, whether it's in trying to have a connection with God, whether it's trying to have a connection with your spouse or your kids, or whether it's trying to build your business, the foundation is meditation. The foundation is meditation. If you have a money problem, meditation. If you have a marriage problem, meditation. And what I mean by that is you are either not meditating or you're not fully committed to meditating deeply. And so I do have one of my warrior brothers. This is his realm. His name is Steve. His handle is Fundamental Freedom. We've tried to do a live together, but we are going to get that scheduled. We've been going back and forth, but I want him to come on my page and do a live meditation with us. So if that's something you'd be interested, please let me know. And we're not going to spam you. I'll specifically reach out to you and let you know that date when it's going to happen. So hopefully we can get it done next week. But again, guys, I am telling you, it's a game changer. And it's not perfect every time for me. Actually, this past week's been good, and it's been not so good. And I don't want to say bad because, any form of meditation or attempt to meditate is good. The only bad meditation is not meditating. So it's a game changer. And it's not always great, and it's not always going to be great, but now I've deepened my knowledge, and I'm passing that to you to provide value to you and value to your life, even though I don't know who you are. So check it out. Try it for yourself. If you try it and you have a profound experience, send me a message. I would love to hear that stuff. And so if something comes up for you like it did for me today, send me a message. I want to hear about it. And yeah, so I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I'm going to go grab me a cocktail, go get me some Irish gin and tonic, and we're going to head off to a Halloween party. So with that, guys, as always, just appreciate you guys, and we'll see you here next time.